Hey David, my name is Matt Filler. I'm over here in Seal Beach 2, actually, in College Park West. In this quick custom video, I'm going to show you 3 things you can do today to bring in more customers to your business. Most likely you're sitting there asking yourself, why would I be doing this and what's in it for me? Well, oftentimes in the world of the internet, most local business owners are too busy running their business to be learning how the internet can benefit their company. And sometimes the only hesitation they have to hiring someone is they don't know who is an expert and who isn't. I found that giving people an easy blueprint of actual things they can do to impact their business for free has resulted in some of those local business owners still raising their hands and saying, I like you, Matt, please do this for me. So if by the end of this video you've liked what you heard and can see that I have a lot of tricks up my sleeve that can help you with getting more business, shoot me a message back and let me know when we can chat. Or if at the end of this video you simply want to take this free attack plan I gave you to do yourself, that works for me too. All I ask is that you take a second to give me your feedback about this video. I value your time, so now let me show you 3 things that will set your company above your competition: content, citations, and backlinks. So the first thing I want to go over here is content. Content is the words that Google can web page, and in particular the keywords that Google finds there. This includes words hidden behind images and in the names of images. This image was saved as electrician icon bolt and letters and numbers. That doesn't give Google a lot of information on the website. If I were you, I'd include a buyer intent keyword like Seal Beach electrician right in that name. You also want to put a keyword in something called the alt text that is available behind the image for blind people, which Google also reads. The content you have on your website is critical because that is what Google can read on your site, and is the basis on which they decide which keywords to show your site for and who to show your site to. You guys have 500 words on your homepage. I'm sure you know these guys over here are one of your competitors. I went through their site and they've got about 1,250 words of content on their homepage. Studies show that most sites in the top 3 on Google for something like an electrician in a local area have at least 1,500 to 2,200 words. So getting more content on your website would help get it to immediately start ranking those all-important buyer intent keywords. Now you are ranking pretty well for your homepage on some searches, so you might want to consider adding what we call location pages to your website for some of the nearby cities, so you can start ranking for those cities as well. The other thing you might want to consider doing is building out service pages for individual services that have volume. You're not coming up when you search for these services, as we'll see in a minute. So those are things you might want to add content to your website for. This is a tool I use called Ahrefs. Essentially, it gives the behind-the-scenes details of what Google is looking at when it comes to making a site, ranking a site. So I ran a quick scan of your competitor here. You can see their website is getting 285 visits per month from Google. That's traffic you could be getting. And if I go and click on keywords here, it'll show me the exact keywords your competitor is ranking for and what your customers are searching for every month. You can see it's ranking for electrician Long Beach, home automation electrician, electrician Fullerton, electrician Torrance, some of the cities that they're interested in going to. But when we go back to your site, you're not optimized for those terms. In fact, you're not showing up as having any organic keywords that Google is recognizing you for. You're basically sliding by on your name matching the search, which is a good strategy, but is limited in what it will bring in from the internet. And you're not getting traffic from Seal Beach because Seal Beach doesn't have that much traffic. So the first thing you need to do to beat your competition is to have more words on your homepage and build out service pages and city pages for surrounding cities that have more volume. Because content is what's driving your competitors' keywords, and it's 100% beatable if you get this done. So the first thing you can do today is to add content to your website to get it ranking for buyer intent keywords. Next, I'm going to show you the second important thing I want to talk about today, and that is citations. Today, the vast majority of people looking for goods and services are doing so online first, and the place over 90% of them go to start their search is Google. Looking at the Google search results page for electrician Seal Beach, first thing we see is the ads people are paying Google to be up on. Ads can work, but they can also become a money pit if your website isn't dialed in. So be careful not to burn your money with Google ads until you know for sure where your site will convert. This next section is the Google Business Profiles, or the Google Map Pack, or the Maps. This section gets half the calls from the web. And in these results, we can see the business's name, address, and phone number. And this is how Google verifies and gives relevance to your local business. So now you're ranking number 2 here under a site that's actually not in Seal Beach, but you're doing that based on your name matching the search pretty well. When we look at panel replacement Seal Beach, for example, you don't come up for those services, which sometimes people are searching for. Again, if you had a panel replacement page, it would come up if it has enough content and keywords for Google to recognize it. When we look at Long Beach Electrician, in the maps, you're not even getting a dot down here in Seal Beach. The little red dots show up as soon as you move the map, where they were. Anyway, if I move the map around a little, you're not showing up here. And I'll give you the reason now. There are a number of fairly obvious things you can do by looking at the options to increase your ranking, by looking at the options that come up when you click on Manage Your Business Profile as you look at your own business profile. Most of these options contribute to having a Maps profile rank. But I'm going to focus on citations, the number one non-obvious thing you can do today to put your business up in the map pack, which is often the key factor as to where sites rank. Right now, you're not ranking in the top 3, and your business name, address, and phone number aren't listed in many directories. A directory is an internet site like InfoUSA, Yelp, Yext, CityStar, and your competitor, they're listed in more directories. So a citation is your name, address, and phone number on places like Yellow Book, the BBB, OpenList, and a couple hundred other directories. When you get more citations, you gain more trust than your competitor from Google pushing you above them in the map pack. Now you might be asking yourself, great, how do I do that? Well, it's really simple. We use sites like BrightLocal that will tell us exactly what directories your competition is listed on. Then we can literally go down their list and match what directories they are on. But we don't stop there because we don't want to just match them. We want to dominate them online. So if your competition has 50 citations, we want to get what they got and then get another 50 to 100 more so that it takes them a long time to catch back up. So the second thing I've talked to you about today is how citations are key to moving up in the map pack to get you more calls from the internet. Now, the third thing I want to cover with you today is backlinks. This is the organic search section of Google. You're doing enough to come up at the top here for Seal Beach. But again, if we go to Long Beach, you're nowhere to be found. And notice how right under you is Maria Castillo and Electrical Services. And they have in their domain name electrician in Seal Beach here and Seal Beach, CA. Those are their city pages for Seal Beach. It's hard for them to outrank you if you do the right things, and Lonely Electric also. But it's hard for them to outrank you if you do the right things on your website on this particular search. But like I say, there's other searches that people are doing that are much more high volume. So number 1 is where you want to be on some of these searches, and to get there, you need to beat out the competition in every respect. How high you rank here depends on a number of factors, but the most important one is authority. A key factor in giving your site authority in Google's eyes is backlinks. Backlinks, simply put, work like this. Another website is pointing at your site. That other site is acting like link juice, which gives your website more authority in Google's eyes, almost like a popularity contest. This is Ahrefs again. We can see you have 59 backlinks pointing at your site. Not bad, but really that's just a start, particularly when we go down here and a lot of them are spam backlinks. The rest of these seem to be directories that you are on. But like I said, you need 50 to 100 of these. Let's look at these backlinks. There's more to it than how many backlinks you have. The backlinks you obtain work a lot more effectively when they come from strong, busy, and relevant sites. You can see right here how strong the site is, and over here how much traffic it's getting. As for relevant, if you have a local blog or an electrician industry site linking back to you, that would be great. But if you're an electrician and you have Pizza Hut linking to you, not so great because you don't sell pepperoni. Now look at your competitor. They have 664 backlinks coming from relevant sites. But with Ahrefs, we can see exactly which links they have, and we can go get the same backlinks for your business. These backlinks will give you the authority with Google that will propel you towards number one. So I've explained how backlinks get your site authority on the web, and how if you have more authority, then you will rank higher in the searches people are doing to find an electrician. Getting you to the top is not magic, it's just a method, and I've shown you that method today. So once again, we went over content. Your front page needs at least 1,500 to 2,200 words, and you need to have content for your services and nearby cities. Citations. You want to have 100 to 300 of these to beat out the competition by a landslide. And backlinks. You need more strong, busy, relevant sites pointing at you guys to show Google you are the authority in your niche. And if you implement these strategies today, you can be number one in Google for your local area. So what now? Well, you can either go with this information I provided you today and do this on your own, and I'm totally cool with that. However, if you want the most effective route and you want to save yourself the time, you can give me a call here at 562-264-5530 or reply to my email, and we can have a chat. Once again, my name is Matt Filler. Thank you, David, for watching this video today. I look forward to hearing from you. Have a great day.